Hey everybody, this is Coach Sybil Kears, and I'm just coming to do this informational video because, as always, I'm always strategizing on how to make this money. Okay, so basically we have some recent events in the crypto space that have literally rocked some people's world. There's some people who lost some money. There's some people whose money has just been put on pause, right? Doesn't mean it's lost, it's just put on pause. But whatever the situation is, if you were directly investing in a particular coin or stable coins or whatever, listen, there's always hope. And the main thing that I always try to reiterate to people is diversifying your funds is very essential for the long-term goal of improving your financial portfolio. Okay. And so I'm always looking for ways to try to do just that. So I'm going to just kind of share some financial vehicles that I have had on introduced to me. I have it in my mind to invest responsibly. I only invest what I'm willing to lose. No, I don't want to lose it, but having that ability to say I'm willing to lose it means that you're willing to part ways with it if it does not bring you an ROI, which is return on investment. I just want to give this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Yes, I am a licensed financial professional, but I am not a financial advisor. So anything I share with people is basically for informational purposes only. And hopefully it is something that you can glean from or find something in it that can help benefit you. All right. So what you see on your screen right now is Novatech. This is one of the financial vehicles that I am involved with. Novatech has been around for a couple of years. It is a broker, does allow users to participate in manual trading on the foreign exchange market. You'll be able to download the MetaTrader 5 and either set up a demo account or go live. Okay, so you have that option. Novatech also offers a PAM account, and basically what a PAM account is a place where you're able to invest your funds and allow the traders to trade on your behalf. Your account is basically placed in what they call a master account, and then the traders will trade from that master account, and then profits are then sent through all of those who contribute to that account. Okay, so basically your account will be traded, your funds will be traded on your behalf by the experienced traders. All right, so every week they do post what their profits are, and you see May 20th was at 1.38%. Week before that, that was the big hit that crypto space took. It was during that week. They did about 0.65%, which is still a lot better than what most banks are offering. Week before that, they were doing 2.79, 3.08, 3.71, 2.85. So they hover around the 3% average. Today, they notated that last week's earnings was at 2.84%, which is awesome. Okay. So what are some things about Novatech? Basically, they do charge a monthly fee. It's about $25, but I believe it's deducted from your account. Also, they don't do compounding. However, they pay out once a week. So on Friday, you will then have the option to go in and put your profits back in with your principal and compound it weekly that way. So that's something I found very interesting and hopeful. So again, this is a weekly based compounding feature, manually, averaging anywhere from 2 to 3%. All right. Initially, you enroll. They have several packages that's based on the amount that you want to invest. I did a review. Go back and watch the review and it will tell you what those packages are. But basically, whatever amount you decide, starting from $99 and up all the way up to $100,000, you could deposit Bitcoin, BCH, Ethereum, LTC, Litecoin, or USDT ERC20, not the TRC20. So again, this company has been around for a couple of years, pretty steady. They are not very high risk, and therefore the longevity of this company seems to be very promising for that matter. So you can pretty much gauge how your profits will accrue and kind of put together a plan. All right, so let's see what it works out to. Let's say you were able to invest your $1,000 in a vehicle that's earning 3% interest weekly. We're going to project for about 5 years. Now, remember, this is not a Monday through a 7-day-a-week trading opportunity. It is only 5 days a week. So we're going to exclude the weekends. And you remember, they are a 70-30 split. All right. So you're going to reinvest 70% and they will take 30%. Okay. And let's just say, don't forget we have $25 monthly fee. But let's say you're able to invest $100 extra every month. So we're going to deduct the 25 from that and just add an extra 75. But the total amount you would be depositing monthly would be about $100. You're welcome to do more. But because this doesn't allow me to do multiple deductions, I'm going to deduct it from the amount that you will be depositing. Okay. So you're making $100 monthly deposit over the next 5 years. And this is what your $1,000 will turn into: $107,000. Your total amount of investments will be $4,500. Okay. Now that's because we didn't take into account the additional $25 that you pay monthly for your monthly fee. But nonetheless, this is just an approximation, okay? Even with the 70-30 split, you would turn $4,500 into $100,000 in just 5 years. Like, what bank will do that? I have totally told my story about how I kept X amount of thousands of dollars sitting in the account and only got a few coins, literally, not even $1. So this is a financial vehicle that you want to look into about how you can put your money in a vehicle that does accrue interest. And yes, we want to reach our millionaire status in 5 months, but realistically, if you were to make this type of an investment and yield this type of a return, you're doing pretty good. How many people could pay off their houses with that extra income? Right? How many people could pay off a couple of cars with an extra $107,000? Okay. Most car notes are longer than 5 years. They're 6, 7 years, right? House notes, 30 years. Okay. So how much sooner could you be debt free with an extra $100 and something thousand in the next 4 or 5 years? Right? So just think about it that way. And yeah, like I said, we would love to be millionaires in the next 4 or 5 months. But hey, if I could be debt free in the next 4 or 5 years, how much longer will you still have to work at your job trying to make ends meet if you had no debt? Okay. And this is just one vehicle. Like I said, I have a total of about 6, but I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 more in just a moment. But I just wanted to let you guys know, at the end of the day, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay. If I don't make it to the finish line immediately, it doesn't mean I give up. Delay does not mean denied. All I have to do is find my way, my pace, and I'm still going to make it. And no matter what, when you arrive is when you get there. It doesn't matter how you start. It's all about how you finish. And I promise you that some of these financial vehicles are a blessing in disguise, because it allows you to not only be able to get the wealth you deserve, but it will teach you how to be managing the wealth as you get it. Right? That's what these platforms are for. So anyway, I just wanted to go into that. All right. What's the second opportunity I'm talking about? We got this opportunity called funds. Now, funds, they operate as a crowdfunder. And what that means is that they also allow people to use their platform to raise funds for causes. However, it could be your own personal cause. Whatever the cause is, they have a network that you will be able to basically put your cause out there to elicit people to make donations to you. Okay. I don't have all the information on that feature. As it becomes something more that I want to look into, I would share the information. So there's about 8 different ways with this platform that you can make money. The one that interests me the most is, of course, what they call staking. All right. So I started this account with only $200. I started a couple weeks ago. So far I made $19. This is also a weekly compounding feature. They compound averaging 3% as well. But the compounding is automatic. I don't have to go in and do anything. It does it for me. Okay. That you have the option to select that. You can opt not to, or you can opt to do it. If you opt not to do it, then you'll be able to withdraw your funds every week. All right. All right. So now we have a different platform. Let's say you started with the same $1,000. We're earning 3% weekly. We're going to project for 5 years, no weekends, and we're going to do 100% reinvestment. So a 3% profit will be compounded back into our original principal. And let's say we do the $100. We're deducting the $10 fee, right? Doing it monthly, an extra $100 a month, less the $10 fee. Where will we be? Guys, you have $1,000 investment that will yield you up to $500,000. Simultaneously, you had the other one that accrued another $100,000. Okay, we just crossed over 2 platforms. All right, there are others. So, just giving you this idea, there is a potential for fluctuation. However, at the end of the day, it's all about how you do what you got to do to make sure that these investments work out to your benefit, and you set a goal, a reasonable goal, and strive and do everything you can to reach that goal within the time frame you've allotted. Okay? And knowing what your financial freedom number is, meaning what is that number that will allow you to be debt free, is one number to try to put together and calculate. That's a number you strive towards, right? So once you reach that number, then you set a new goal, pretty much. All right. So the next opportunity that I have is called DHF, but what it stands for is Decentralized Hedge Fund. And what I like about it is basically they use AI technology. They let us know that they average about 10% a month. So it's a little bit less than the other 2 money-making opportunities. However, it is still passive income. It's still passive income. It's just going to be at a slower pace. All right. I have another platform and they average about 7 or 8%. But in the long run, this is where I want to put emphasis. The platforms that may have a higher yield on your return have a higher risk. The platforms that are not as fast tend to have a lower risk of loss. There's always risks, okay? Nothing is foolproof. But you can see that there's a longer term goal for those organizations that tend not to be as risky with their investing options. Okay. So again, 10% a month based off past performance, and past performance is not indicative of future results. So this means that it could decrease to less than 10%, but it also means it could be higher. All right. So again, they use complete AI technology. There's no assessment there's no fees. They have 12 years experience and they're decentralized. Okay. So they use blockchain technology. They do use AI technology as part of how they make these trades. They're friction free, 24/7, uninterrupted. And then also they are autonomous. They have a secure investment system. Right. So I like it because it's $20 to start one time, but it's deducted from whatever amount you choose to invest. So if you want to make $100 investment, I would strive to do at least 120. That's what I did actually. Okay. Now, if you decide to share this opportunity with anyone, guess what? You get $20, all right, for every person. It's a real simple referral program. There's not many tiers. It's not really pushing you to grow a team. But if you happen to share this opportunity, they will give you that $20 incentive. All right. There's a 10% AI fee on your monthly earnings. So basically they get 10% of everything that they earn on your behalf. So there's a 90-10 split. They charge 1% for the transaction fee to withdraw, which is pretty reasonable. And they just basically keep it simple. All right. So this will be a vehicle that I would definitely continue to contribute to over the course of time to allow it to compound monthly. So the vehicles that move slower would be beneficial to put a larger amount in there because the interest in it is going to grow slower. The smaller the amount, the slower the returns are, right? So that's something you would think of projecting long term. All right. So let's see what that looks like. All right. So let's calculate this. So DHF charges 10% AI fee. Let's say you started with the same $1,000. All right. And they do 10% a month. All right. And let's do a 5-year projectile. And yes, they do include weekends. So the reinvestment rate will be 90% because they do charge 10%. Let's say you were able to add $100. Right. And we're going to calculate. So that $1,000 with $100 investment would give you a $6,000 overall in 5 years that you paid, and you would yield $472,000. Okay. All right. And over the course of time, you added more money. And of course, you may be able to do more as time progresses. The more you pay off some of your debts with some of this money you'll be making, the more you'll be able to reinvest into your investment options, right? But nonetheless, just wanted to give you, something to think about of how you can strategize for a 5-year projectile, paying off debts as you go along. Of course, you would have been removing some of these funds, right? Throughout the course of the 5 years to pay off what you can and then increase based off you alleviating some debt, having some extra capital that you can reinvest in, things of that nature. But just to give you a simple type of strategy that you can work towards, and then you fine tune it as you go along. All right. So that's pretty much that. Last but not least, you have Pegasus. Pegasus is a daily interest yielding opportunity, but it does not compound. From what I understand, the way Pegasus works, you are able to deposit and withdraw. And as soon as you make your deposit, the 1.5 interest starts immediately. So on the home page, it says it's a professional trading system and you make 1.5 per day for 200 days for a total of 300% of your total income. So that's about 6.5 months. You would compound this biannually. What do I mean? So in 6.5 months, you will get back your original stakes. You will have accrued your profit over the course of 6 months. And at that point in time, you can choose to reinvest all of it for another 6 months and compound at a higher rate and do a projection of this for the next, again, 2 to 5 years. Okay. You will see a benefit of having 300% so that would be 600% a year. Okay. And that's still a lot compared to what the banks are offering you. So this is just something that I'm sharing with you because I know that I'm still, like I told you guys, whoever's getting this video, you can share it with who you want to, but there's only going to be a handful of people that I choose to share it with. There is no obligation at all, but I'm just letting you know that yes, we may have had a vision of changing our lives in a few months, and that's not changed. But I do know that in the long term scheme of things, you don't want to have everything coming from one source. So this will allow you to move your funds and have it generating so that you can constantly make withdrawals and do what you got to do as you make this money. Start paying off your debt. Don't wait 5 years to pay off the debt. If you're getting money throughout the 5 years, definitely pay off that house within 5 years instead of 30. So whatever it is you got to do, we take out what we can take out while it's there. So I'm going to share this with a selective amount of people. You're welcome to share it with who you want to, but these are the platforms I'm in. I'm still in Medifi Yielders, and I'll show you that one real quick. All right, Medifi Yielders is in the process of becoming licensed. Right now, my $2,500 investment, they do not compound either, but they are yielding 3.3%. So I'm making $82.50 a day just from this investment. My goal is once they finish their licensing and I complete this 30-day contract, because it is for 30 business days that the $2,500 is tied up, then I will be able to have access to it plus all my profits. Well, I could take my profits out anytime. I'm going to reinvest. I'm going to double it. Okay. Then I'll be making $160 something a day. And I'm going to do that another time for another 30 days, and then I'm going to coast it out. So this is another opportunity that should be made available. I think, again, about 30 days, the CEO stated that they will finish the licensing. So right now we can't add people because we have to make sure, they have to make sure that the website is in compliance with the requirements for their license. All right. So this is a very good vehicle. I'm excited about it. So listen, there is hope. Money is still being made. I'm just excited that I can still give hope after having a devastating week for many people in the crypto space. So if you're interested, let me know. If you're not, no hard feelings. And at the end of the day, I wish everybody nothing but the best. And I'm going to continue to be prayerful and hopeful that no matter what, we're going to make it. All right. See you guys at the top. This is Coach Sybil Kears. That's all I got. Much love and success. God bless.